Hello guys, and welcome to this new video. So in this new series we are going to see the most amazing blunders that were made by Grandmasters in the chess history. So here for the first game we have Boris Spassky, which is the world champion at the moment the game was played, against this challenger Robert James Fischer. So this is the first game of the world championship match that took place in Iceland in 1972. So it's a pretty calm game for the moment. I mean, it's totally equal. Let's play some moves and come to the moments that interest us. So Spassky just goes here bishop b3 to protect his hooks. It was attacked. So we exchange the bishops here. Fischer exchange the rooks, rook c8, king f1, centralizing the king f8. Of that, just pretty normal. We are just going to a peaceful draw. Now the rooks are off, f6. So the pawn structure is coming to f6 and e5, improving in order to bring the king to e6. All of that is so logical. Knight a5, attacking the pawn on b7. Knight d6. King d3, bishop d8, attacking the knight. So just going to the moment of the game that interests us. Knight c4, take. So you saw in just about 10 moves, all the pieces just went out of the board. Everything was exchanged. And here, Bobby Fischer just hallucinated. Don't know how to explain that. You see, we can grab the pawn on h2, right? But I mean, I guess most of you would have seen that the pawn is coming to g2 and g3, from g2 to g3, just bring the bishop on h2. But anyway, I mean, it's the first game of the World Championship. There is a lot of pressure around, and Bobby Fischer very quickly goes bishop takes h2. So Spassky just very logically plays g3, h5, king e2, h4, and king f3. And here you could see that that Spassky is just going to win the bishop on the next move. A few years later, Garry Kasparov, well, not a few years, a long time after the game, Garry Kasparov suggested that Bobby Fischer just thought that after h3, king g4, bishop g1, king h3, and bishop f2, the bishop was getting away from e1 to a5 and just missed bishop d2. Though till now nobody knows what happened to Bobby Fischer and why did he go bishop h2 in this game. Well, the game continued like that, so I just want to show you how the bishop was taken. Still, Bobby had chances to draw this game, but Boris Spassky was able to win the first game of the World Championship. And more than that, we could say that Fischer did blunder in the second game because he just didn't even show up to the game, and so Spassky, after the two first game, leads 2-0. But you can read more about that. It's a very interesting match historically, and I really recommend you to read more about that by yourself on Wikipedia, by example. So we are going 20 years after this one, and we still have Bobby Fischer against Boris Spassky. So it is the revenge match that occurred in 1992, and Bobby Fischer is white here. This is an exchange variation of the real Lopez. Fischer was known to be a very good player in this variation and more widely in the endgame. Again, we are a few moves before the blunder. Fischer goes in this position e5. So you see the black side has the bishop pair, but black has a bad pawn structure and some problem of development. So white needs to make an effort on the dynamic effort on the next let's say 3-4 moves in order to take an advantage, to have chances to win, and e5 is a perfect move. So here, if pawn take f5, which wasn't played, so this is something Spassky could see, white could enter pawn takes, knight e4, threatening the bishop. So the bishop goes to e7 in order to protect the rook, and now knight takes c5, the fork, pawn takes back, rook d8, bishop d8, knight c5, winning a bishop on the next move, and probably a pawn, or the a6 pawn, or the g7 pawn after that. So white would be 2 pawns up, and this would be winning. So this is something that Spassky could see. Just went bishop e7, white enter rook d8, bishop d8, and knight e4. Very logical move, straining knight takes c5, pawn takes, knight c5, and taking the bishop because it's a fork again. So white has a threat, and here the computer recommends just to take the knight on b3, pawn takes, and this is an advantage for white, but nothing too dramatic for black. Instead of that, Spassky plays king c6. So I will give you 10 seconds, try to find the move that is winning for white. You can pause the video if you like as well. So here, white simply plays pawn takes, and now you can recognize that on the 6th file, 6th rank, there is the bishop and the king, and if the rook would come to a6, oh, I don't know what's happening with my rook, but if the rook would come to a6, white might win the bishop back. So knight b5, and if pawn takes, rook take a6, king d7, and knight c5, forking the king and the bishop. So black cannot take back on c5. He just goes bishop c8, knight takes a6, pawn takes a5, and knight b4. And here black just resigned because everything is just going to fall. If by example you would go I don't know, let's say king b7, you could enter by knight d6, king to b8, knight come, take, and take on b6. Well, this is just an example. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed that, and it gives you confidence for your next games, as you see that even the best grandmasters can make some silly mistakes. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.